Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Spradlin family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit 1 year after Amber Spradlin's death. And Kentucky continues to play catch up with its new vehicle identification system.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6:30 on Wednesday, June 5th. Now let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Mace Michaels for a look at your forecast this morning.
Olivia, it's cloudy over the area. It isn't raining anymore here, at least at the airport around London and Carbon, 66 degrees. You can see the pavement is wet, so the raindrops were around earlier on. We had the raindrops here at Hazard as well. It's cloudy right now and in the 60s, and some fog being reported in Harlan with visibility around a half mile. Temperatures are warmer than yesterday. We don't have any 50s to show you on the map. Some low 60s there around Clintwood, even as warm as 72 at this hour in Middlesboro. So again, a warmer morning, but we've had the clouds and showers pass through the area as well. Overnight rain continuing to move to the east. Will be drier for later this morning, but from Pikeville over towards Mount Gay and north of Welch, some showers also around Louisa and east of Moorhead and north of Ashland, a little light rain. So some showers around the area on our travel forecast, a cloudy sky. Temperatures this morning will warm through the 60s. As we head out the door, you'll be into the 70s and 80s for this afternoon. And of course, Olivia will have more storms around.
All right, Mace, thank you. A recent wrongful death lawsuit unveils startling allegations in the case of Amber Spradlin's death in Floyd County. It comes as we approach the 1-year anniversary of the murder that shocked people in Prestonsburg. The Lexington Herald Leader reports Michael McKinney Jr., the son of an Eastern Kentucky business owner, is accused in the lawsuit of fatally stabbing Spradlin and obstructing the investigation. But it is important to note nobody is facing charges in this case and no arrests have been made. The incident occurred at the home of Michael McKinney Sr., a dentist and restaurant owner. The lawsuit also implicates other current and former local officials and public agencies citing negligence and mishandling of 911 dispatch services. Filed by Melissa Sammons, the lawsuit seeks compensation for Spradlin's estate and punitive damages. 2 people are dead after a crash involving an ambulance in Buchanan County, Virginia. It happened around 5 on Tuesday evening on Route 460, about a half a mile from the intersection with Rocklick Road. Police say the ambulance was hit by a vehicle after it crossed the center line. The driver and passenger in that vehicle died at the scene. The driver, passenger, and patient in the ambulance were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No names have been released. A man who police say ran off after a crash in Wayne County, West Virginia, is now behind bars. The sheriff says Arlen Hodge was arrested on Tuesday morning near Fort Gay. The crash happened on US 52 near Bromley Ridge. The sheriff says drugs and a handgun were found in the vehicle after the crash. Powell County Animal Shelter officials say they are dealing with another severe neglect case. We warn you, this video may be hard to watch. Powell County Animal Shelter officials posted this video on Facebook. They say this dog is deaf, malnourished, and in serious need of medical care. The Sheriff's Department is investigating. Animal Shelter officials say foster or rescue help is welcomed. A ceremony yesterday honored 10 fallen law enforcement officers in Kentucky. Among those being honored is Scott County Deputy Caleb Conley. He was shot and killed during a traffic stop 1 year ago. Lucy Bryson shows us the memorial and how these officers are being remembered.
Marshal Arthur J. Harrington.
For 24 years now, the state of Kentucky has met yearly to honor law enforcement officers who have fallen in the line of duty.
Deputy Caleb Conley.
Deputy Conley was killed in the line of duty in May of 2023 while conducting a traffic stop. Governor Beshear paid tribute to him and 9 other honorees.
Deputy Conley was not just a Kentucky hero, he's an American hero. To Scott County, Deputy Conley was the best friend to each and every person whose path he crossed, both on duty and off.
Below a number of speakers lies a memorial with names of 589 Kentucky officers who lost their lives. It's a symbol that's crucial to the daily routines of the Department of Criminal Justice training.
Every day begins and ends with our staff and students passing by this memorial and paying it the reverence that it deserves.
Each of them is also a son, a daughter, a father, a mother that are missed for those times when they would come home and take off the uniform.
It's a somber ceremony, but one meant to honor at the calling of every name.
Officer Elijah F. Hoskins.
And remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for Kentucky.
And tomorrow, after this ceremony, it's time we get back to continuing to support the nearly 8,000 Kentucky law enforcement officers that go into the field every single day.
In Madison County, I'm Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
Kentucky officials are hiring more people to catch up with vehicle registrations. The state upgraded the system earlier this year. There have been a lot of complaints about delays while county clerks work out the kinks. The Transportation Cabinet gave lawmakers an update yesterday. They say right now most problems are connected to rebuilt titles. Lawmakers suggested extending hours to address the backlog.
I think we need to really redouble our efforts. If it's taken 3 days or 2 days to get 3 days work, the private sector, we work doing 2 days work in 1 day.
4 new employees are helping the Motor Vehicle Licensing Division catch up. County clerks are expected to update lawmakers later this summer. And we are learning new information from Frankfort. FEMA has approved more than $1 million for the Perry County Board of Education to reimburse it for its response during the July 2022 flood. The money will be used to help replace furniture, school books, computers, and more. The University of Pikeville is relocating the plans for its Tanner College of Dental Medicine. Originally, the school announced plans to open the school expansion in the former Appalachian News Express building, but architects say the vision for the school would be better built from the ground up. So instead of demolishing the building, the college is building a new structure on its campus in the parking lot next to the Health Professions Education building.
The board thought, it's nice to have medicine, and then of course the Record Memorial Building that houses music and the arts, and then Optometry College and the Dental College. All 3 of the big schools have clinics in them, and so it'll be a nice addition to downtown Pikeville.
The university now has plans to use the former News Express building for a planned medical school class expansion. Officials with ARH and Hazard and Perry County community members gathered yesterday for an open house at the Hazard ARH Psychiatric Center, which covers 21 counties in the Commonwealth. Senate President Robert Stivers, State Representative Chris Fugit, Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander, and Hazard Mayor Happy Mobellini were just a few people in attendance. ARH President and CEO Holly Harris says it is exciting to see people come together for one project.
To see a project like this recovery mall come to light is truly amazing, and just first-class services that we're now able to offer right here locally. And like you said, not just for Perry County, but for all 21 counties that we serve throughout the region.
Harris says it is their goal as Appalachian Regional Healthcare to not only provide high-quality physical health care, but also mental health care. The treatment mall is open from 8:30 to 6:30, Monday through Friday. And here in the Commonwealth, the Kentucky River District Health Department is planning a free online seminar titled Tools to Save Your Kid from Social Media and Video Game Addiction. The seminar is scheduled for next Thursday at 6 p.m. Nationally recognized counselor Dwight Bain will be the keynote speaker. Health Education Director with KRDHD Susan Kincaid says they have 100 spots available, and it will be beneficial for parents with kids always looking at their screens.
Just the lack of social skills. And whenever they isolate away in their bedroom for hours and hours and hours, they aren't learning how to communicate with others, and they're not learning how to shake that hand and give eye contact and be confident. We're trying to save the lives of our youth.
Kincaid says anyone is welcome, from parents and teachers to teens. Registration is now open. You can find more information and a link to register in the WYMT News app.
Good morning. Cloudy across the area. We've had raindrops moving through. No rain falling here in Whitesburg, but you can see the roadways are wet. It is 64 degrees. Had the rain earlier on in Hazard as well. Cloudy conditions right now and 60s for us. Visibility is down in Harlan to near half mile, but you see foggy conditions, not really as much of a problem this morning. Just that one pocket there around Harlan where the visibility is at a half mile. Good morning in Clintwood. You're waking up to a 62 temp, 72, as warm as the low 70s there in Middlesboro and Jacksboro at 68. Had some showers move through. A couple of showers are trying to develop back here towards the Monticello and Columbia areas. Other little areas of rain, though, as you look right around east of Pikeville over to Mount Gay and Welch, Louisa, you can see a little light rain here back to you, and a couple of showers trying to develop towards Moorhead as well. We'll look for temps into the 80s or at least upper 70s for later on today. A cloudy sky and some showers, Olivia.
Thanks, Mason. Thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. A new border policy kicks in with a new executive order from the president, but it faces opposition on both sides.